Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Hello, and welcome to the show tonight. I'm so happy to have you join us. I hope that everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday for those of you in the U.S. who were celebrating. I guess it's been almost 2 weeks now. So I had a fantastic time with my family. My mom was able to come up and join us from out of town. And so we had a great time. And I hope that you did too. I hope you got some really fantastic family and friends time in, a little bit of time to unplug. So the couple weeks have been pretty intense, energetically, cosmically. We've had a lunar eclipse right around Thanksgiving, and then we just got finished with a solar eclipse. And man, I tell you, I know those days I didn't even have to know when the solar eclipse was because I was feeling it, and tensions were high. And just all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And it's going to be a little bit like that through the end of the year as we kind of wrap up 2021 and slide into 2022. And really, it's a lot. 2021 is a lot about endings and kind of cleaning up everything, putting it to rest so that 2022 we can start anew. And so during these times, it's going to be a little bit intense. It always seems to be a little bit around the holidays. People are running around, they're trying to get gifts, and they're spending time with family. But, these energies just add another little piece to that. So if you find yourself, having a little bit of time with, maybe you're more anxious, maybe you feel a little more cranky, maybe somebody else in your family is feeling a little bit more cranky, just try to be gentle with yourselves as we go through the last part of the year. Because there's a lot of things that are coming up, a lot of upheaval. When we had the lunar eclipse, it was all about, kind of going back to what it was that we thought we'd had behind us. It was bringing up past events for us to really clear those out. And so it got to be really intense. I know, at least for me as well, it got to be really intense. And I thought, oh my gosh, why is this coming up again? Well, it was coming up so that I could clear it out, hopefully once and for all. So, there's going to be a lot of these shifting, a lot of changing. You could see some really intense things coming up. Even through, the government and what's going on and around COVID. So, just be aware that some crazy things could be happening and could be going on, but know that it's going to start settling down after we get through the end of the year. And hopefully it's going to start us off on a little bit better foot. So if you can, hang in there and be gentle with yourself and others. Try to remember that what somebody else is going through, you might not have an idea of what they're going through. And so try to take that into consideration if they're getting under your skin and things just aren't going right. Try to remember, I wonder what they're going through right now, because maybe it's not normally the way that they react. And they're doing it now, and you're scratching your head saying, I don't understand this. So try to be gentle with everybody and everything, including yourself, because that's the most important piece of it. And know that we're going to get through this together. All right. Perfect. Right now, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Pam in Niles, Michigan. Good evening, Pam, and
Hi.
welcome to your time to shine.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. What can we do for you this evening?
Well, I don't know. I was just so excited to get the phone call. I'm not sure.
Well, perfect. Well,
I think,
go ahead.
no, I was just thinking that a general reading or anything. I mean, I just enjoy listening to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. That's so fantastic to hear. Okay, so let me tune in here and let's see what your angels and guides have to say, okay?
Okay.
Okay, there's just going to be a minute of silence here as I tune in, and then I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Okay, Pam. Um, so are you do you do Reiki or do you have a
My
Reiki
daughter does.
business? Your daughter
My daughter
does.
does.
Okay. Okay. Do you do that too?
I've never been trained in it. It would probably sound odd if I told you I am kind of sensitive to people.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me at all. um, so yes, you're definitely a light worker. Um, have you been seeing spirit?
It's funny you should say that. I don't see them as much as I sense them.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know if you've ever been told this, but you are a medium.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, you're just kind of starting to open up and open up into your gifts. Oh, I'm getting chills all over my body.
So did I just now.
So
Oh, that's so...
yeah, so you're just starting to wake up into this whole new realm. Um, they're showing me that you've had this sensation, you've had this feeling for quite some time. You just didn't know what it was. You had it very early
Yeah.
on at a young age. Again, it wasn't because you didn't physically see spirit with your eye, you didn't really know how to verbalize it, or you didn't know exactly what that was. So now it's like this egg that, right, that the shell has cracked and it's starting to come to the surface for you right now. And so um, I'm
That
sorry,
really
they keep,
explains some things.
okay, okay. They keep bringing me back to, they just keep bringing me back to Reiki. Hang on just a second. Let me see what this is about. So they just keep bringing me back to you being a healer and the power of your hands. Okay. So you may not know, say, the teachings of Reiki or any other modality per se,
Uh-huh.
but you have a lot of healing potential in your hands. Do your hands get hot, or do they ever like itch a lot?
They do tingle quite a bit, if
Oh,
that makes sense.
okay. Okay. So it's the
And
activation.
it's as if they're falling asleep, and I have to shake
Okay.
them.
Yeah. So it's the activation in your hands that's starting to happen and starting to wake up. So,
Mm.
you can kind of play with, they're showing me that you just kind of play with this. So in order to activate your hands, if you put your hands together and you rub them back and forth really quickly, if you do that with your hands, they'll start getting a little bit hot, and then it'll start feeling like you can't really, they get so like sticky almost that you
Uh-huh.
can't, that they start slowing down. Okay. And then when that happens, that means you've got all of that energy in the palms of your hand. And you can actually start bringing the palms of your hands out and start feeling that ball of energy that is in between your hands.
Oh,
And from
wow.
there, you can start working on people. You can start healing people by just letting your hands move wherever they want to go. Okay. So just try it
Uh-huh.
out. Just practice it. Maybe practice with your daughter. Maybe she has an ache or pain, like in her arm or her shoulder, or maybe she has a headache. Try this, practice, and play with it. Because as you kind of, if you're in this and it's light and airy and it's, you don't put too much pressure on yourself to do this. Um, it's just gonna kind of start flowing to you. You're gonna know where to put your hands. Spirit will show you, they'll guide you on where to put your hands. Okay.
Uh-huh.
um, this is
Wow.
really big because they keep bringing me back to this subject. Okay. So just,
Uh-huh.
have fun with it, play with it, don't get too intense about it. Because when you start getting intense, then you get out of that flow, and um, you think about it too much, right? That's kind of when what I would say our ego mind comes into play. And so you want to keep ego at bay. And so you can just concentrate on just being in the moment, being in the energy of it, and just letting it flow. Okay.
Okay.
Does that
Wow.
make sense for you?
It does make sense. It's I
Okay.
almost want to drop the phone and try it now. Just see. It's kind of neat, actually. It's funny. I'm a
Yeah.
medical assistant by trade. I would have these talks with my daughter. I used to be so overwhelming for me because I would be in a room with a patient, and there were times when I could almost feel where they were hurting,
Yes.
and they were
Yes.
feet away from me, and I would
Mhm.
feel the same pain. And I always thought, oh, that's just in my head. I'm just being goofy.
No.
And I would just push it aside. I'd ignore it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Exciting. So what that is that, if you look up soul, Claire, I'm blanking on the word. Help me out here, Spirit. Claire senses. If you look that up,
uh-huh.
there's all the different types, and so the one that you are feeling is the feeling is, and again, I'm blanking. I'm sorry, but what it is Spirit is actually showing you what is pain for the person sitting in front of you, just like you said. So
Wow.
they're showing you this so that you can bring it up, or so you can heal it, or so you can bring it to their attention. So here's the key thing that you need to remember. In order for you to not continue to carry that pain, all you have to do is recognize it and say, I'm recognizing the pain in my shoulder. Thank you. Um,
Oh.
and
Yeah, there were
you
times
can,
when it was very overwhelming.
yes. And then you say, you can release that from me now. Okay. And they'll take that away from you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, so Yeah, it's not clairsentience. It's different. It's anyway, but just if you acknowledge it and then you ask them to release
Uh-huh.
it so that you don't carry that pain around because it's really not for you to carry. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, they're so super excited that you are talking about all of this now. Um, are you still a medical practitioner? I mean, or a nurse or in the
Well,
medical field?
I'm a medical assistant, and I haven't room patients in probably, I don't know, 5 years. I used to, but I can tell the difference. When I used to room patients all the time, I would be putting things into the computer, and they would start telling me about their issues, and all of a sudden, I'd feel a pain in my leg or my arm or something. It was almost overwhelming. But no, I don't. I haven't done it in quite some time now.
Okay, interesting. Um, not surprising. A lot of the light workers are, have a tendency to come from the medical field or be in the medical field or be drawn to that because it's that helping and that giving piece of them that fits them right into that, into the medical and the caregiving and all of that. So not surprising. Um, they're saying that you should just look into this a little bit more. Okay. Start,
Okay.
start looking into how to receive spirit and what that means, and just kind of start playing around with it a little bit. Because I think that as you do this and as you open up, more is going to become, there's going to be more and more information that comes into you, especially once they go, oh, look, she can, sense me, feel me, whatever. Then it's just going to keep coming more and more and more. So notice your body. Okay. Notice feelings, pains, anything like that, because anything that you're feeling is a message.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Um, Also, if this is something that you're drawn to, you can even take a class. There's lots of mediumship classes out there that kind of teach you how to receive spirit. I'm creating a class of my own. I haven't finished it yet, but if that's something that
Uh-huh.
you're interested in, you could always Facebook me and I could let you know when I open up the class. Um, but I think it would be something that would be really good for you. It would teach you and help you understand how to receive spirit, what that feels like. It's just a really great way to start.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. They're kind of stepping back. So is there anything else is there any other question that you have for me?
Mm, I was kind of wondering on a personal level, if there's anything changing for me. Any um,
I think there's a lot changing for you. um, just from what we've talked about.
you know, I've
They're
been
just
single
showing
for so
me,
long. It's like, yeah,
okay.
I think girls
They're
always
showing
want to
me,
know, is there someone special out there?
right, right. They're showing me that things are opening up. Let me see. They're showing me that there is somebody out there for you. However, you are kind of coming into this time in your life where it's about working on you and opening up your gifts and your senses. And so as you
Uh-huh.
do that, then things will just kind of organically come through and somebody will come in. But I'm not seeing anybody like in the close future. But I do see
Uh-huh.
somebody coming in for you. Yes. Somebody who's going to understand you and understand your gifts. That's why you're supposed to start working with them right now, so that you understand them a little bit and that you become comfortable with it.
Uh-huh.
So then that person can come into your life who's going to support you and understand you, and all of these different things that you're going through right now.
So basically, I'm going to be quite quirky.
Join the rest of the woo-woo group. Yes. Let your woo-woo fly.
That's so funny. Let your wings fly. Okay, well, that explains a lot. Lately, I was starting to think, as I'm driving to work in the morning, I would see, like, I live in an area where we have quite a few animals, right? Deer. Michigan has quite a few deer, and we've had quite a few lately. And so, unfortunately, sometimes, there's quite a few accidents where deer come across the road and they get hit and so on. And I'm riding to work in the morning, and I see this, what I thought I could have sworn I saw an animal cross the road.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There was nothing there. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, and I'm telling my daughter, I'm starting to think I'm seeing things and going crazy.
No.
But I could have sworn I saw a deer fly out.
No.
And
no, you're seeing the spirit, you're seeing the soul of the animals going through. You're very connected to animals. And so I can
weird.
see
It was just
yeah, I can see that your gifts might go to even, animal communication, or working with animal spirit guides. So, no, you're not crazy.
I literally got a chill.
Yeah, you're not crazy. You're not seeing things, because that's how quickly spirit goes through, right? And then at that moment, when you're in kind of in that subconscious, where your ego mind is kind of turned off, you see it, and then all of a sudden your ego mind turns on and goes, "Oh, I didn't see that. No, 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 that wasn't it." But that's why you see things out of the corner of your eye, right?
Yeah. It wasn't just
Yeah.
an animal either. It was a person. I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn at one point I saw a person as well, and then there was no one there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't frightened, but it was odd.
Yes. Yeah. It is. The first few times that you experience that, it can be. Yeah. That just means that you're opening up even more.
That is odd. Guess it's something you have to get used to. I'm
It's
60 years old. For a moment there, I thought I was going senile.
No, you're not, my dear. Not at all.
Well, that explains a lot then. Lately, I don't feel like I am going senile.
No,
well, this has
not
been
at all.
fun. Thank you. And it's really kind of enlightening and interesting, and I can't wait to try that with my hands.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I do a lot of energy work. I don't really say that I have any kind of modality. I've never been trained in that, but I just kind of let spirit take me to do what I need to do. And I just follow the guidance. I'll just follow where my hands, and you'll just have a sense. Maybe your hands will start to burn a little bit and you'll think, okay, that's where I need to stop. So just listen to your body, listen to your intuition, what spirit is guiding you, because they will know exactly what to do.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And definitely, look into some things. If you're interested in a class, you can always ping me on my Facebook page, or catch me over on my website, and I can let you know when I open up those classes and see if that resonates with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Any other questions I can help you with tonight?
No, I think I'll ponder on what you've said so far. It makes a lot of sense. So I appreciate your talking to me.
You're so welcome. Oh, well, fun and interesting things. It's always interesting when you start opening up your gifts and your senses to spirit and seeing things. It's always kind of interesting, as Pam said, oh, I think I just saw someone run across the street. I've had that happen to me before. And you think, oh, wow, you almost stop or you put the brakes on, and then you realize, oh, that was spirit, because there's really nobody standing physically in front of me. So, think about it too. When you are driving and you see something out of the corner of your eye, that is when spirit shows up the most, when we are just in our basic subconscious and our mind is at ease. That is the time that they are able to get in front of us and be able to have us experience them and they experience us. And it's a pretty remarkable feeling, if you just let it go and you just let it flow. So we are coming down to the last few minutes of our show. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you have enjoyed the show. I hope it has been, I hope my little tip at the beginning was helpful for you. Do go over to my website. I'm going to start opening up a store and selling some items on my website. I'm trying to get that up and running in the next week. So if you have any Christmas ideas, I might just have something on there that would work for you. So check me out on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. You can also reach me on my Facebook pages at Julie YeagerWalker Medium and Your Time to Shine. Have a great week, everybody, and I will see you right here again next Thursday.